Hi, my name is Wajid. I'm presenting this paper, Learning Sentiment Analysis for Accessibility User Reviews on the behalf of all the co-authors. Many mobile application has poor accessibility, which makes it difficult for people with disability to use such application. Several tools, methods, framework, and guidelines to use support developers in creating accessibility mobile applications. However, many software developers and designers still do not incorporate accessibility into their software development process due to a lack of awareness and lack of resources. Application reviews are rich resources of information and thus can be mined to identify a specific accessibility problem with mobile application. Since the beginning of the App Store, we saw a tremendous and increasing the number of applications, hitting a record in recent years going over 3 million applications available to use, which means that raising the competition across the developers to provide a comparative application. The audience or user are choosing the application according to their reviews. As you can see here, the majority of applications in January 2021, the majority they have bad reviews and therefore they are not as they're abandoned, and only a small subset of application that has good reviews 4.5 and up, and how people decided rating based on the review. We can see here on the right side, in order for the developers to take care of reviews, they need to go and filter them manually. However, the number of the reviews are increasing drastically. We experience a huge number of user reviews per day, and filtering them will be very difficult. The developers have to go through all the reviews and read them manually. In this slide, we present problem statement. While several studies has addressing various problems used in user reviews, in terms of classification user reviews using various taxonomy for various purposes such as detecting a potential feature request or bug reports or complaint, etc. There are only two studies work on accessibility in user reviews. The first one on the left hand side perform manual inspection on the user reviews to investigate the number of the user reviews related to accessibility. And on the other hand, the study used a supervised learning to formulate the identification of accessibility reviews as a binary classification. However, many persons with disabilities, such as those who are blind or deaf, expressing their views towards various applications can be challenging. They can express their emotional forward an application, which may help developers understanding whether it's accessibility or not, and measure disabled person satisfaction or dissatisfaction about accessibility, and the negative reviews help identify accessibility topics that need to be fixed. In this slide, we're presenting the objective of the study. Our study to propose an approach based on machine learning and NLP methods for emotional detection and automatically tagging user reviews as positive, negative, or neutral. So, the research question. Our study covered two research questions. The first research question: how do users express their sentiments in their accessibility app review? And the second one: how effective is our proposed sentiment analysis-based approach in the identification of accessibility reviews? This slide presenting study approach. Our study approach is divided into 6 steps, and I'm going to walk you through all these steps. First step, data collection. We use a data that contains 2,663 manual verified reviews related to accessibility by LR, which is one of the papers that I presented earlier in the slide, motivation slide. The collected reviews has been extracted from 701 applications, which fall under 15 different categories. Step 2, data pre-processing. After completing the data collection process, we selecting the text pre-processing approach. In order to perform the text classification accurately by the model, it's necessary to clean and pre-process the reviews properly. We use NLP-based techniques including tokenization, limitizations, stop word removal, case normalization, and noise removal. Step 3. Sentence analysis. Sentence analysis, we selected TextBlob and Feather tools in this study because they are most usable tools for the sentence analysis in the previous study. We use both tools for fair comparison analysis with the multiple techniques, and the tools providing us three labels: positive, neutral, and negative. In the step 4, feature engineering, we used in the feature engineering the most common feature engineering TF, IDF, and bag of words. Step 5, model selection. We use 6 algorithms in this study. We chose these algorithms because they are commonly used for a variety of classifications issue. In the step 6, which is the last step, model evaluation, we evaluating our models based on the evaluating parameters: accuracy, recall, F-measure score, and precision. Here we're presenting the results. Research question 1. As expression of the user thoughts regarding to the application reviews are used as a tool. If accessibility features addressed in the user needs, the user reviews are written with the positive sentiments. On the other hand, if the accessibility features are not met user requirement, then the attention is needed by the developers. These reviews reflect negative sentiments. Therefore, a review serves as a way to measure user satisfaction or dissatisfaction about accessibility, and the negative reviews help identify accessibility topic needed to be fixed. In this figure showing, we're presenting a comparison of the sentiment analysis result based between TextBlob and Feather. According to the result of the TextBlob, around 72% of the user reviews, which is 1,935, is positive reviews, and around 15% of the negative reviews, which is 423 user reviews, is performed as showing as a negative, and 305, which is giving 11%, is neutral reviews. On the other hand, we can see that Feather approach shows that 79% of the user is a positive reviews, and 10% is a negative, and almost 10%, another 10% is neutral. Although there are some differences in the result of both sentiment analyzer, they shows a similar trend. Most of the user reviews has a positive reviews about the apps, about accessibility in the apps. Few users has a negative reviews, while at least number of the user has a neutral view about it. In this slide, we're presenting the result of RQ2. From the result of the both sentiment analyzer, TextBlob, and Feather with the TF, IDF, and bag of word in terms of the accuracy, precision, recall, and F measure, as you can see it in the table. We can see that from the result in the TextBlob and TF, IDF, the highest accuracy is belong to learning regression and ETC with the 0.83. And in terms of the bag of words for for the TextBlob, we can see the highest accuracy achieved by the learning regression and SPC. And in terms of the precision, the model got ETC the highest precision with 0.86, and then the recall 0.78 for the CSPC. And in terms of the F score, learning regression and SPC achieved the highest score, 0.77. On the other side, for Feather, the highest accuracy was achieved by the GPM with the 0.84. And in terms of the recall and measure, they got respectively 0.64 and 0.65, in both of them in GPM. So in the other side, for the Feather and bag of word, the highest accuracy was 0.82 for the SPC, and the highest accuracy also in the recall and F score was belonging SPC with the 0.86. Overall, the result shows that TextBlob performs better than the Fighter with the bag of words as well as TF-IDF features. Study discussion methods. To facilitate the sentence analysis, we use TextBlob and Fighter, which are both popular methods. We wanted to know either they are two techniques could detect the user feeling toward accessibility in their apps based on the machine learning techniques. The result of this study shows that sentiment analysis was crucial in identifying user reviews toward the accessibility of apps, especially those are disabled. With the user of disabilities, expressing their reviews toward various applications can be challenging. However, they can express their emotional toward the application, which may help developers understanding either accessibility or not. The findings of this study are important for software developers because it's enabled for it's enabled them to know whether disabled persons are satisfied or dissatisfied with the accessibility of the applications. Thus, developers can make any necessarily changing to facilitate the use of the apps by person with developers. Threats to validity. We perform training and testing of our approach on previous collected dataset. However, this dataset contains a collection of accessibility reviews for Android open source applications only. Hence, it cannot be generalized for all the mobile applications available on the app stores. In addition, we have studies English language-based reviews of open source mobile applications. We did not cover any of the studies that looking for a commercial developed project or any other languages in the user reviews. Here is the replication package and the dataset is available online on this link. Feel free to use it and replicating our study. And here is the conclusion, and thank you very much for listening to me.